Hi Desiree, how are you doing?
Hi, Hazel. I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for saying yes to this interview. And I wanted
Woo!
to know more about what you do, your passions, and being a naturopath, and how you help your clients, and letting the world know about your service, and being a positive chick too. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. So now I wanted you to let us know about your story. How did you get to naturopathy, and why you love what you're doing and helping your clients? And let us
Sure.
know. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So the way I came to naturopathic medicine is there's two different things that were going on in my life at the time. The first one was my first job ever was my brother got me a job at a health food store because he happened to know the manager there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first job working in a health food store. And I would basically work at the cash register, checking people out of the cash register. And I would be fascinated by all these weird, strange looking foods that I had never heard of before.
Okay.
And what I would do is I would ask the customers, what do you do with this? I thought, I hope I didn't bother them too much, but I was just so excited by this. I was like, what do you do? How do you cook that? What do you do with that food? What does this thing do? And I learned so much that way. And there's also a publication that comes out in the health food stores. I'm from Toronto, Ontario,
Okay.
originally.
Okay.
And it's this publication called the Alive magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, nowadays it's full of advertisements. But at
Right.
the time, it was this incredible magazine full of different articles, health articles, and well summarized health articles. So you could really pick up this magazine and learn yourself.
Yes.
So that was really the first introduction into naturopathic medicine. And that's how I knew it sort of existed.
Okay.
There were also naturopaths working in the store along with me. So I would also interrogate them and ask them all kinds of things about the supplements department, because when you look at a wall of supplements at a health food store, it's like overwhelming. You have no idea what the heck these things do. So
True.
trying to navigate that and learning about that was really so fascinating to me, and I really wanted to know. As well, in the back of the store, there was a whole wall of herbs, the bulk herbs, so plant medicine
Right.
in jars. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. I just thought it was so cool.
Yes.
So that was my first sort of introduction into naturopathic medicine. Now, the next thing that happened to me is throughout my teenage years, actually throughout my childhood, I would say, I suffered from terrible digestive problems. Whenever I'd get into a car, I would have car sickness. I was always sort of bothered in my digestive tract.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one summer when I was a teenager that I went away to summer camp. And I guess the nerves got to me, and probably the camp food and the whole environment and
Yeah.
everything just really came up and flared up, and I had these terrible digestive pains. It was awful. It was really awful. And so I ended up having my mother and her boyfriend come drive all the way to the United States and pick me up from the summer camp, and I left my job there because I was a camp counselor.
Okay.
And I came back to Toronto to start meeting with different gastroenterologists and medical doctors to really understand what was going on with my body, because it was actually really scary. I had no
Yeah.
diagnosis, no idea of what was going on. So after a series of gastroscopy, colonoscopy, all kinds of tests, very invasive, uncomfortable tests,
Right.
especially as a teenager,
Yes.
you're young.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was finally diagnosed with IBS, irritable bowel
Okay.
syndrome,
Right.
which at the end of the day doesn't really mean much. It's a constellation of symptoms that are just, it's kind of a label that's just slapped onto you when they don't really know what's going on with you.
Yes.
And I was prescribed a motility medication to make my bowels sort of move faster, like the muscles
Mm.
move faster. I was prescribed Metamucil, and it just didn't really resonate with me. I was like, what is this stuff? I didn't feel like I needed to take extra fiber, and I
Mm.
didn't feel like the prescriptions were meant for me. And so I decided to go back into my knowledge, my little tiny bit of knowledge
Right.
that I had into naturopathic medicine, and explore further and see how I could really help myself with these plant remedies and these supplements, and
That.
changing my diet and changing the way I was thinking and changing my stress and my nerve habits.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I did with great success. And I'm so happy to say that I was able to sort of come out of this IBS situation.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And well, I did my research. I watch all the your videos, and I'm a fan because, like you, I had my own, what is that? My own issues in my gut health too,
Mm-hmm.
where I was recently, probably back in 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with sebderm. I was diagnosed, and it just escalated from there until um, my skin doctor says, "You have psoriasis." I said, "What are you talking about? I never
Oh,
really have this before." Well, it's just blame it to stress. I said, "What?" And they gave me a lot of steroidal, what is that?
cortisone.
Cortisone, and then
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure that my diet was also not good.
Mm.
And coming from a tropical country where it's all based with really a lot of veggies, a lot of
Mm.
fish and natural
Mm.
stuff. And
Yeah.
here in North America, I'm like, what's happening to me? And it's
Mm.
my health started to deteriorate.
Mm.
And again, when you get sick, when you rush yourself into the emergency room and stuff like that, you start to now, do I really just have to listen to the doctor and take all these meds that I am not really happy about?
Yeah.
Um, so I get into this researching, how do I eat healthy again? Or who is the best person that I could talk to, that
Mm-hmm.
I could trust my intimate details about what's going on in my inner gut health,
Yes.
researching. A lot of my friends told me, "Oh, you should try this naturopath." I'm like, "If I don't trust this person, I would not be able to work with this person."
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm so interested when I met you online.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is amazing. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would know who are having some issues with their inner health, or like their
Mm-hmm.
health, especially with IBS or what other, sorry, psoriasis, sebderm, or whatever else deeper.
Yes.
What is, if they wanted to work with you, what is the
Mm-hmm.
difference between, oh, there's so many health coaches right now in the world, online and offline. What is the difference between working with a health and wellness coach, which is very broad, and working with a naturopath? Because again,
Mm-hmm.
if you're just new, you're like, what is that?
Sure.
So enlighten us, please.
Sure. Yeah. If you're seeking a practitioner, it's definitely important to make the differentiation and know,
Right.
what the qualifications and the skill set of that practitioner are.
Yes.
And yeah, it's definitely true. I see a lot of graduates of different schools in New York. I know there's a school in New York, and I know there's a school in Toronto, the Integrative Nutrition School, something like that.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm not really sure, to be honest, what the natural health coaches that call themselves are. I don't really know what they do, what they've studied, how much they've studied. All I can tell you is what a naturopath is.
Okay.
So I have 4 years of formal education in naturopathic medicine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a degree that I achieved.
Yes.
And we have in our curriculum, we had a certain set of courses that we had to take and we had to go through.
Okay.
For example, anatomy, physiology, really understanding the physical body and the inner workings of the body.
Okay.
Pharmacology, so we had to understand what medications people were on.
Yes.
Um, Psychoneuroimmunology, so that the connections between the mind and psychology and how that affects the body.
Right.
4 different levels of nutrition, so really understanding how food impacts the body and what foods are detrimental for the body and what foods contribute to health.
Okay.
We had to take a few inner journey sort of courses, so we had to also work on our healing, in the sense that we have to sort of be at a place of being able to help, to be stable enough to help
Yes.
another person
Yes.
heal and uncover their inner turmoil and whatever's
Hmm.
bringing up sickness in their body.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
yeah, so we had to study and learn for 4 years, and on top of that I also did a 3-year degree in homeopathy as well, homeopathic medicine, um,
Okay.
in addition to my university degree in environmental studies. So lots of education.
Okay.
And I think it's important to sort of look at the main points of what a naturopath looks for in a
Yes.
consultation.
Right.
So the first thing I do is the first thing I do is I collect a lot of information before I meet with a client to really
And
understand the beginning of the case and
yes.
what the chief complaints are, what medications they're on, what supplements they may be already taking, what are their main areas of concern that are sort of getting in the way of them being able to live a happy, thriving life. What's
Yes.
bogging them down? What's really getting in their way of life? And the first session, I sit down with my client for an hour and a half, so 90
Wow.
minutes. And I think that's really crucial because unfortunately, in our current medical model, unfortunately, it's really sad and it's really unfortunate.
Yes.
I'm not saying there's not a place for conventional medicine. There is a place for conventional
Yes.
medicine, for diagnostics, for surgery, for
Yes.
different types of things.
Yes.
But when you're rushed out of your practitioner's office in 5 minutes, it's very discouraging. It's very disempowering.
Hmm.
There's not much you can talk about in 5 minutes. And
No.
there, you know, they're not asking questions to go a little bit deeper. They're usually just slapping on a band-aid solution to sort of remedy the symptoms. But a naturopath will go deep, will understand the root cause of the problem, will understand the mental, emotional patterns of that person. What's going on at home?
Mm.
Is there stress factors at home? What's going on at work? What's contributing to that person's ill health? Why
Right.
isn't that person taking care of themselves? Why aren't they eating properly? What's getting in the way of all this? In addition to looking at the obvious physical symptoms that are there. So naturopathic medicine is a whole person medicine. We look at the entire person and the entire person's life. And we
Yes.
really try to understand how to help that person from the root cause, and offer the most natural, non-invasive solutions with no side effects, and the solutions that will really bring about healing to the organism.
I love that because it's true. And recently I've met health and wellness entrepreneurs, and I'm like, this is so vague. Can you please tell me what you do? Because like if I have an issue, I wanted to know if I can work with you or not, right? So
Yeah.
thank you for making it really clear. And again, when we are very clear with our messaging, at least people are like, oh, so that's the difference between this and that. Well, you're a brave soul, and I know it's not an easy thing when we go through inner and outer turmoil at the same time. So, how do you maintain a very positive attitude going through from your teenage years up until today, now that you are a family woman and an entrepreneur? Like, I know that it's not an easy thing to be a mother of two and running your own business, growing it, and serving clients along the way.
Well, how do I
It's
do
a
it?
loaded question. However, I'm telling you, it's already the way that you're helping others is already a positive attitude. So it's like, I just wanted to know so that people who are going to watch this would be like, yeah, so what's your secret? Because on top of that, you are, yeah, exactly. There must be a secret, right? For people to live a balanced life, even if, yes, we're running into this ADHD kind of world.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just tell you, in my personal life, I have two children. I have
Okay.
a almost 7-month-old
Right?
and a 4-year-old, and it can definitely get a little bit chaotic,
A little bit
a
is
bit of
very
a circus going on in my house.
yes, yes.
But I think it's amazing. Also,
Hmm.
motherhood is like so enriching and so beautiful, and
Right.
I love my kids like
Yeah.
so much.
Uh-huh.
Um, but nonetheless, the drive for continuing my business, I don't even see it as a business. I see it as like a passion. Like I love natural medicine. I'm actually obsessed.
Your
Like
mission.
it's my mission. It's like my
Yes.
driving force, and
Right.
I can't stop. It's like it's beyond me.
Yes.
So I'm always
Thank
like
you for
reading
doing that.
articles. Yeah, I love
Thank
it.
you.
I'm either reading articles and learning more, and putting my programs together and helping people and putting, information out there on my Facebook page and sending out my newsletter and my blog,
Right.
because my driving force is to really show people that there is a possibility for healing out there, many possibilities.
Yes.
And really, I think the key word here is empowerment and disempowerment, because
Mhm.
like I said before, people are very disempowered, and they think that healing is not possible. They think that they've been stuck on with this diagnostic label, and
Yes.
that has become them, and that's them for life. But I really want to show people that it's not true. And through my personal practice, I mean, it's amazing the results that come out of working with someone for a very short time sometimes.
Yes.
We have people, like I have people, you can check, like look at my testimonials. There's people that have been suffering for like 20 years with the same damn problem,
Right.
thinking that there's no way out and no solution. but just a few weeks of working together, a few simple supportive supplements or
Right.
tweaks to their diet or mindset changes,
Mm,
and they're able to get better and to heal and see for themselves that that's a possibility. And when you see that for yourself,
right.
the sky is the limit. You can just keep being a better and better version of yourself.
Right. So yeah, so now going back to what you're doing and how you do things, like being the expert in your field, is that it really boils down to having a mindset of, we can really heal our bodies, right? Like, now I am so interested, now that even with this interview I am also learning. Oh my god, so if I would work with you, Desiree, okay, so you said we can go ahead and go to your website, book a consultation, and I love the fact that you're not rushing the whole thing, that you go directly to the root cause. Because for me, I would love, my desire when I was 5 years old was to become a doctor. So
Oh.
I really wanted to help. That's why with what I do, it's kind of like, let's just go down to the brass tacks. Like, let's just clear away the cobwebs. I know we can make excuses and reasons here and there. Yet, if you, like you, I know I agree with you that we need to get down to the root cause of the symptoms that people are like, yeah, I'm having a flare up with my skin. What is going on? And there's a lot of intermingling causes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I am an interested client, and
Mm-hmm.
whoever else will get a chance to watch this video, how much, if you care enough to share, what would I be investing in order
Mm-hmm.
for me to get to the path to hallelujah, happy, healthy, positive life?
Sure.
Yeah.
So there are a few different ways that
Okay.
I like to work with my clients. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of my clients over Skype or
Okay.
Zoom or whatever,
Yes.
online
Okay.
consultations.
Okay.
It works really well because I'm able to see people internationally, people that live in different countries that can't
Yes.
make office of mine.
Right.
And the second way you can work with me if you don't want to go the one-on-one route is that I have these courses that I'm developing.
Right.
So they are online courses that you can go through. They're different modulated courses, so you can go through module by
Yeah.
module. Go in, log into to the portal with your
Yes.
username and password, the membership area,
Yeah.
and you can watch at your own pace. There are videos, there are PDF downloads that you can do. You have homework to do, and you can go through a sequence of steps in order to get you from ill health to better health.
Right.
And so my signature program is called Your IBS Solution.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a program that's custom tailored to people with IBS, but
Mm-hmm.
also custom tailored to anybody really suffering from any inflammatory bowel disease, even
Okay.
Crohn's, colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, gas and bloating,
Leaky gut.
indigestion, leaky
Leaky
gut,
gut. Yes. Okay.
SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth,
Ooh.
any issue. Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't sound really good.
I know
Um,
it's not sexy, but we have to talk about it.
Definitely, because it's really all too common. And at the root of lots of physical suffering is imbalanced gut issues. So
I
dysbiosis in the
know.
gut. And I really believe that health really starts there. And that's the reason that I've developed this core program,
Yeah.
because even I find when my clients come to see me for other reasons, oh, I've got acne, or
Right.
my
Yeah.
joints are hurting or whatever. Within the investigation, like 90% of the time, I've seen that at the root of it, even though they want to heal these other problems, at
Right.
the root of it, we must go down and help digestion first.
Yes.
And
That's the start, right?
yeah, put that
Okay.
into line, put that into line first. And the reason is that digestion, from a spiritual point of view, is the way we take in and let go in our lives. So
Right.
it's the way that we take in nutrition from food and hopefully we absorb. A lot of people aren't absorbing nutrients.
Right. Yeah.
We're taking in food from our environment. We're taking something from the external world, assimilating into our body, and then after building up, it's a beautiful process of being able to build up from those building blocks and build up the structures that we need. So
Yeah.
proteins to build our hormones, to build our enzymes, to build our hair, skin, and nails. All of this is so important to be having the right nutrition. So the digestive tract is also in charge of eliminating waste from our body, so
Right.
clearing out toxic waste from our body. So it's so foundational and crucial to look at the digestive system as one of the main foundations of healing a healthy body. So
Awesome.
that's my online course. And then the personal consultations, you can check my prices online. Everything is online on my website at
Okay.
healthquickie.com. It depends how you want to work with me. There are
Right.
different packages. So yeah, you can check that out online.
That is amazing. Well, thank you. I was supposed to like I'm this close to asking you, how do we contact you? How do we get to know more of your passion, your life's work? Because I find that what we're doing right now is not really a job. I really don't mind that this is a job, and I know that it's not an easy thing to grow your business when you're in a one man or two man show.
Yeah.
Yet when you are so passionate about helping people and coming from a place of suffering, and then now you are serving them because you know how it feels when no one was there for you. You don't understand what you're going through at the time, and when you're young, oh, it is not an easy thing as well. And even I'm pretty sure I have friends who have irritable bowel syndromes. I'm sure they're just afraid to tell us because again,
Yes.
this is not a sexy disease.
Yes.
So so
You're
that
right.
is amazing. And I love the fact that you are very clear in expressing and making it very clear about what differentiates you from other health and wellness coaches. And like letting me now, I'm interviewing you, yet I feel like if I'm going to work with you either one-on-one or go after your program, it's kind of like she's making me feel safe, and
Hmm.
that I know that it's really not an easy thing to kind of like go through this path. Yet you are offering us, the viewers, a lot of I can say I can relax that there is really a possible solution to
Yes.
whatever we're going through in a
Yes.
very holistic,
Yeah.
passionate way
Yes.
through nature and your
Yeah.
expertise.
Yeah.
So this is
Absolutely.
an awesome interview,
Thanks, Hazel.
and I definitely would love to invite you. Are you doing webinars? How do you offer this as well in your community and with other coaches or with
Yes, I will. So I do some Facebook Lives on my Facebook group, which is the
okay,
Health Quickie community. If you want to
right?
join, it's a
Yes.
private group, but you just have to request to join, and then I'll accept you.
Okay.
So I do some Facebook Lives in there. I have daily posts in there, so there's lots of free information that
Right.
people can start with right away and
Okay.
consume. Little tidbits of information every single day. So basically, Monday to Friday,
Yes.
there's lots of really valuable content. There's like a recipe once a week. There's a weekly challenge. There's a weekly inspirational post. There's all kinds of really great information that you can actually work with. Even if you were to just work with that information and implement those changes into your life, you'll be really good, a really good foundation.
I love your soup recipe because
Oh,
I am more of like a just can we just put this in one pot and call it a
yeah.
line? Because it's like it's true. If you manages to do this ahead of time and still have time to spend time with your kids and your husband, it's like okay. So this is very
Yes.
doable. So for singles, for married people, so there's no excuse if you really want to live a healthier life and happy life, right?
Yeah. No
So
excuse. There are really easy, fast ways to do it. And I can say from a mother's point of view, I
yes,
have to do things fast. So like
right.
definitely. So the whole philosophy of Health Quickie is to have like quickies, right?
I know, I know. That is why I love the name of your brand. I love the website because it's like, I can remember health quick. You get a quickie. It's like, because again, we are living in this rat race kind of world. Like,
Totally.
how do we relax? So can we just be zen while we're doing things and enjoy? And yes, to kind of like ease out on this interview, it is amazing that you're doing this job, this wonderful job of helping people heal from the inner and outer. Because I really do believe that it is an inside job. Like
Yes.
for me, coming from a negative mindset and positive, it's like which one do I have to choose? Like positive and negative, and then I decided I needed to overhaul my life from the inner and outside, and that's where the whole aha came about. So
Yeah. Yeah.
amazing. Uh,
Thank you so much. It's been
yes,
really fun. I've had a great time. And
yes.
thanks for letting me express what I'm doing and let the world know how
Yes, because
wonderful it is and how many possibilities there are for healing, no matter which health practitioner you go with,
right.
or what you go to the health food store, and whatever you decide to choose, know that there are definitely options out there for getting better.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you are watching this video right now and you know that there is a positive chick, a soul sister, any woman in your life who is suffering from anything, especially with health issues, emotional, mental, whatever it is, please go to Desiree's website, www.healthquickie.com, right? Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's it.
And right. And also, I would love you to just research for yourself. There she has a lot of freebies, a lot of resources that you can take advantage of if you are not ready to embark on working with her one on one. Yet it's a free world right now. So go to her website, and yes, if you want that positive place to go to with your health, that would be, I would really want you to go there and get to know her and what she loves to do. So
Thank you.
yes, and this is Hazel Fernandez, your host, and my website is positivechick.com, and you can get to know more of what I do as well if you wanted to go there. So yes, we are spreading positivity in the world through health
Woo!
and wellness and mental,
Yeah.
health. So I'd love to interview you again in the in the near future, Desiree. And
Sure.
thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time, and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Okay.
Bye,
Mwah.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.